Prince is shy, so I didn't know. I just heard this noise behind me, and I didn't know what it was. He just trying to get my attention. He was like, ooh.
It appears that Chris Tucker indeed has connections with the controversial Epstein, as confirmed by Tucker himself, contrary to previous skepticism. However, the real issue at hand is why this revelation matters so much. Consider this: how often have you seen an actor, particularly one who was part of a record-breaking movie franchise, suddenly leave the limelight and show business behind? Rarely, right? That's precisely Chris Tucker's trajectory. At first glance, it seemed Tucker's departure from Hollywood was due to reaching the pinnacle of success, given his prominent roles in blockbuster films. However, Katt Williams suggests there's more to it. Williams hints that Tucker's immense success might have exposed him to the darker secrets of the entertainment world, suggesting that Tucker found certain revelations too distressing to confront. When discussing Chris Tucker, many immediately think of his stand-up comedy, while others might first recall his role in the Rush Hour movies. Regardless, what's undeniable is his widespread recognition and success in both realms. Even years after his stand-up performances and his collaborations with Jackie Chan, Tucker's works continue to resonate with audiences as if they were recently released. While his Rush Hour co-star continued to build an extensive filmography, Tucker chose a different path, leaving many, including fans and fellow stars, puzzled about his decision to step back from such immense potential. Speculation about Tucker's motives has swirled on social media, with many suggesting he simply amassed enough wealth from his previous endeavors. However, according to Katt Williams, this presumption misses the mark. Williams suggests that Tucker's perception of Hollywood drastically shifted as he climbed the industry ladder, revealing a stark contrast between his earlier views and the realities he encountered. Some might be skeptical of Williams' account, given his own controversial track record. Yet, what lends credibility to his claims is that they align with previously reported narratives involving numerous industry giants and even global figures. Over the years, insiders have often hinted that the entertainment world isn't as glamorous or straightforward as it appears to outsiders. While such assertions were once met with skepticism, a growing body of evidence now supports these narratives. In this evolving landscape of revelations, it appears that Chris Tucker might have been privy to unsettling truths about the industry's underbelly. Indeed, Tucker's ascent in Hollywood was a tumultuous journey. In 1992, Chris Tucker first gained prominence as a recurring act on the iconic Def Comedy Jam, impressing audiences with his sharp and clean comedic routines. Distinct from many comedians of his era who leaned into edgy humor, Tucker's approach was refreshingly clever, keen, and suitable for all ages. His comedic prowess soon transitioned to the film industry, with his debut in 1994's House Party 3 alongside renowned figures like Bernie Mac, Marcus Houston, and Condi Alexander. However, it was his later role in the film Friday that truly cemented Tucker's comedic legacy, among other notable performances. Yet, just as swiftly as Tucker rose to stardom, he seemed to step away from it, a decision that Katt Williams implies might be connected to unsettling revelations about the entertainment world. Williams insinuated that Tucker had visited Jeffrey Epstein's controversial island, where the late financier was allegedly involved in illicit activities alongside Ghislaine Maxwell. In a recent widely shared interview on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay, Tucker discussed the challenges of revisiting the Friday franchise, noting the significant losses the series has endured over the years. However, Williams said Tucker, who is still alive, is no longer the same person he was when he originally portrayed Smokey in the 1995 cult classic. And the Chris Tucker that we got now is Epstein Island's Chris Tucker, not Smokey, Williams said. What makes Katt's story seem far from a lie is that there were also dozens of high-profile names that appeared in the previously sealed court documents related to Epstein, which featured the names of over 170 associates of the convicted street. For those who may not have been aware, ever since billionaire Jeffrey Epstein was arrested on July 6 on charges of street, the media have been scrambling to make sense of what happened on Little Street James, his 70-acre private island in the Caribbean. But on nearby St. Thomas, locals say Epstein continued to bring underage girls to the island as recently as this year, a decade after he was forced to register as a convicted SO, and that authorities did nothing to stop him. Two employees who worked at the local airstrip on St. Thomas tell Vanity Fair that they witnessed Epstein boarding his private plane on multiple occasions in the company of girls who appeared to be under the age of consent. According to the employees, the girls arrived with Epstein aboard one of his 2 Gulfstream jets between January 2018 and June 2019. Previously published flight records show the jets were airborne at least 1 out of every 3 days. They stopped all over the world, sometimes for only a few hours at a time. Paris, London, Slovakia, Mexico, Morocco. When they left St. Thomas, the employees say they returned to airports near Epstein's homes in Palm Beach in New York City. On multiple occasions, I saw Epstein exit his helicopter, stand on the tarmac in full view of my tower, and board his private jet with children, female children, says a former air traffic controller at the airstrip, who asked to remain anonymous. One incident in particular really stands out in my mind because the girls were just so young, they couldn't have been over 16. Epstein looked very angry and hurled his jacket at one of them. They were also carrying shopping bags from stores, not on the island. I remember thinking, where in the world have they been shopping? According to the recently released documents, some of the celebrities whose names had come up for having been guests on the island ranged from powerful political figures all the way to some of the biggest names in the entertainment industry, including the likes of Leonardo DiCaprio, Donald Trump, and Michael Jackson, who, if I might add, Katt Williams revealed to have been best friends with Chris Tucker. Seeing as these people who you could say ruled the entertainment industry at different points were the ones mentioned, it's not far-fetched to think that Tucker might have landed an invite to the island, since he was also at the top of his game back when he was still in it. Well, several fans seemed to buy Williams' story, claiming that they had known something was fishy about Tucker even before now. One of these people wrote, "I've always thought Chris Tucker walking away from Smokey because he didn't want to be the poster child for smoking weed was so stupid, especially in the 90s. Others are saying Tucker is just one of many people on a black book and might not be as innocent of it all as we think they wrote." I'm telling y'all, some are surprised or still in denial, but Trump and his family have been in the black book, which was released a while ago and redacted. And yes, Chris Tucker is in it too. Damn. However, some fans also stood up to Tucker's defense, claiming that he didn't actually go there to partake in the dark activities. One person wrote, "No, we ain't doing that. Chris Tucker was Bill Clinton's friend. They did humanitarian work with Bono for a spell there. They just used Epstein's plane. I mean, if Chris Tucker really did go there for a completely different reason, I ask you, is it so unthinkable that the things he saw other big names in the industry indulge in might have been what sent him on his heels out of the industry?" Most of his fans on the internet don't think it's entirely unlikely, but there are still so many levels to this story that raise even more questions nonetheless.